Hello, everyone. Thank you for visiting this YouTube channel, Christ Cares channel, where you can gain access to various educational videos. In addition, there are informative videos as well on teaching and learning. You can as well watch videos on educational nuggets on this YouTube channel. This particular video is a continuation of research methodology. So this is going to be the part 3 video. So endeavor to check the part 1 video on research methodology, the part 2 video on research methodology on this same channel. Now let's move to part 3 of research methodology. Thank you very much.
Now I'm currently on chapter 3. So now don't forget I'm discussing educational research. Now I'm on chapter 3. Now under chapter 3 we're going to have different aspects. We have the research design, we have population of the study, we have sampling technique and sample, we have research instruments and instrumentation, we have validation of instruments, we have procedure or method of data collection, we have method of data analysis. Now under research design, you have to take note that for us to really understand that concept research design, concept research design, we need to understand the different classifications of research. We have classification of research based on data collected, and we have classification of research based on function. Let me firstly discuss the one of classification of research based on function. Under that we have action research, and we have applied research. So action research is done or helps in getting a solution, in arriving at a finding, that can help in solving a problem. It's like saying it helps us to arrive at a solution. Then we are at the solution points. Then the second one, applied research, helps us in applied research builds on previous finding. So applied research builds on is built on previous finding. So having known that, let's move to the second classification, which is classification based on data collected. I'll be speaking extensively on that. So good. So for classification of research based on data collected, we have quantitative research, we have qualitative research, and we have mixed method research. For quantitative research deals a lot with numbers or with numerical data or numerical data collection, while qualitative research deals a lot with data collection through through interview, picture, and some other measures, different from the major extensive numerical data numerical data. or data collection. Now we can mix the two together as well, both quantitative method and qualitative method, to give us mixed method research. So mixed method is like I have said, is a combination of the two. And now coming to the research designs. Let me start from the last one. Research designs under mixed method research. We have the first one, which is triangulation. We have the second one, which is explanatory research design. We have the third one, which is expository research design. And now you may want to ask the question that what is the triangulation about? For triangulation research design, that's under mixed method research. For triangulation research design, both the quantitative data and the qualitative data are collected at the same time, simultaneously, or at the same time. However, what will determine, or what will we use to make it clear which of the two is higher? That means whether the qualitative data or quantitative data is high, which one is between the qualitative data and quantitative data, like okay, which one is higher? What will determine that is the name, is another kind of classification or types we have under triangulation research design. So the three types we have under triangulation research design are one, we have qual quan. Now I have to explain something here. When you are talking about this qual quan, you have to use the capital, uppercase or capital letters to indicate which one is bigger than the other. The data that is bigger than the other data is the quantitative data that is larger than the qualitative data, or qualitative data that is larger than the quantitative data. So now for the first one, which I call qual quan type. Qual, QUAL, capital letters all through, then plus quan, QUAN, capital letters all through type. We have that when the two methods, qualitative and quantitative methods, have almost equal weight in the study. Then for the second type, which is qual, QUAL, capital letters all through, plus quan, QUAM, small letters all through type, we have that when the qualitative is used more than the quantitative, while for the last one, quan, capital letters all through, plus qual, small letters all through type, exists when the quantitative is used more than the qualitative. So now, having done that, we can move to the explanatory research design. For explanatory mixed method design, we have the investigator or the researcher firstly collecting quantitative data before going to collect qualitative data. Then for the exploratory mixed method research design, the investigator or researcher will firstly collect qualitative data before going for quantitative data. So that's that under research design for under mixed method research. Now I'm moving on to qualitative research. For qualitative research, we don't call them designs. Qualitative research. For qualitative research, we don't call them designs. Instead, we call them approaches. You don't use designs. Instead of designs, you call them approaches. So now, for those ones, we have historical studies. I'm talking about the approaches under qualitative research now. We have historical studies, we have ethnographic studies, we have grounded theory, we have phenomenological studies, we have biography, we have case studies, 6 of them. Now, I am moving to quantitative research design. Quantitative research design, we have experimental research, and we have non-experimental research. Again, we have experimental research and we have non-experimental research. So for the experimental research, under experimental research, we have for research designs under them. They also have they have classifications or means of classifying them. One, we have classification based on manipulation of independent variable, and under that classification, we have the first one, which is I beg your pardon, please. For the first classification, we have classification based on the numbers, not manipulation. Classification based on the number of independent variables. So under that we have under that classification we have don't forget we are talking about research designs. Under that classification we have a single variable design, and the second one is factorial design. Then we now have still under experimental research, we have a classification based on control of threats. So under that classification we have pre-experimental design, we have true experimental design, and we have quasi-experimental design. So 3 of them. Now I'm moving on to the other part, which is a non-experimental. I've talked about the experimental. Now talking about non-experimental. For non-experimental, we have the first one. We also have classifications, right? So for the first classification is classification based on scope, the scope and the focus, or focus and scope, and the classification, the designs, research designs we have under that are the first one, which is a sample. We have sample survey. The second one we have we have census survey. Then moving to the next classification under non-experimental, we have a classification based on time dimension. The first one under that is longitudinal research design. Then we have the second one, cross-sectional research design. So moving to the next one, that is classification based on function, or classification according to function. So under classification according to function, we have descriptive survey design, we have correlational survey design. Then now take notes of something that under classification based on time dimension, you may come across sequential design. You may come across, or you may see something like sequential design. So it combines both a feature of longitudinal research design and the other one, which is cross-sectional research design. So moving on, still on the non-experimental, we have remember, take note of something, that we have causal comparative, and under causal comparative we have just one research design, and that research design under causal comparative is known as ex post facto. Ex post facto. So that's that on research design. That's that on research design. So, and just take note of this, that for census survey, for census, yes, survey, you know, it captures the whole population. Probably the population is not so large. For sample survey, it captures part of the population where the population is so too large to be used in the research. Then for the other classification based on time dimension, for longitudinal study, we have a long period of time. You understand? We have a long period of time. Example is if a 6 years project, or let's say research or projects, so a 6 year project carried out by Professor Babs Fafunwa, so of the blessed memory. So that's one actually qualifies as a longitudinal research. And the second one, which is cross-sectional research, it can be used to shorten the time, the length of time, or that would have been used to carry out longitudinal research. And any topic that is fit for longitudinal research is also fit for cross-sectional research. So cross-sectional research can help to shorten the time that would have been used to carry out a longitudinal research. So then, talking about descriptive research, it can just help you to know or show, it can help you to know or just give a kind of description on a particular dependent variable. So description, while correlational research design can help you to know how can involve independent variable and dependent variable, and helping you to know the relationship between the two. So that's for correlational research design. So talking about the next classification, talking about causal comparative, and under which we have exposed factor. That causal comparative can help you to show cause effect relationship, help to know what is causing what. So, but take note that causal comparative research is not a problem solving research, though it can help to know what is causing what, but it's not really a problem solving research. So moving on to the next one. So moving on to the approaches now. Don't forget, we don't have designs, we don't have research designs for qualitative research. Rather, we have approaches. So talking about the historical research, is Historical research studies the events, objects, or organizations in the past in order to have a better understanding of such, and for ethnographic studies, it helps in studying the culture and ways of life of a given social group, races, or community, and all that. Then for grounded theory research, take note that it's carried out in order to know. It can be carried out to know more about an existing theory, to validate an existing theory, and it can also help to generate a new one. Then for phenomenological study, it helps to investigate the reactions, views of participants to a given phenomenon or about a given phenomenon. Then biography is a type that biography helps in investigating an individual, his or experiences as told to the investigator or researcher, or found in documents or archive. Then for case study is an in-depth investigation concerning a single entity. So then I have talked about mixed method research, so that's good. Thank you.